Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Sandcap Guide podcast. This episode, we're going to be talking about some frequently asked questions and that we've seen on our different media channels. So, Max, fire away. What have you got for us?
All right. This is part 3 of our...
FAQs.
What?
FAQ.
No, it's everything you need to know about visiting Sanibel and Captiva.
This
part
is
3.
Max's title that comes up, just rolls off the thumb.
It rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah.
Yep. SEO optimization for sure. All right. Is alcohol allowed on the beaches?
Are we talking Sanibel or Captiva?
The beaches. This is everything you know about Sanibel and Captiva. Part 3.
Right.
Sanibel and Captiva.
Gotcha.
Part 3.
Right. Sanibel, yes? Captiva?
Alcohol
No.
is allowed on Sanibel. And there's a reason for that.
What's the reason?
Why it's not allowed on Captiva and the causeways.
Because that's Lee County.
Because it's Lee County. So those are Lee County parks, and Lee County parks do not allow alcohol on the beaches.
Sanibel is its own city.
Entity. It's its own city.
Right.
Governed. It's not. Is it even part of Lee County?
What's in Lee County?
It's incorporated, which basically means it's annexed away from.
Is that what that means?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Sanibel makes its own rules and doesn't listen to what Lee County says.
Right. So basically the rules on Sanibel, you are allowed to have alcohol on the beach.
Which is weird because the causeway beaches are probably the biggest party beaches.
Never seen a drop there before.
Never? No. You'll see giant squads roll up with giant speakers on the causeway. And apparently there's no alcohol.
Cups.
Yeah, a lot of solo cups. So you can have alcohol as long as you don't get caught.
Right. What?
Really?
We didn't say that. We can't say that.
No,
oh, no, we didn't say that. We didn't say. Never mind. There's never been a drop of alcohol on the causeway.
Right.
No.
But
never.
You can on Sanibel, and obviously clean up after yourself. Every place has tons of trash
If
cans.
you are drinking, throw the cans away.
Absolutely.
And if you're on the causeway, you're not drinking, so you shouldn't have any trash.
Well, you can have soft drinks.
Yeah, like beer. All right. So we've got that out of the way. Number 2. We talked about this in the last episode. Is it possible to ride a bike from Bowman's Beach to Blind Pass? Yes. I did it. We talked about it last episode, but I rode from Bowman's Beach. During low tide, it would be possible. During high tide, you would be riding your bike through mangroves or dragging your bike through mangroves. I had to stop once I got to the mangroves at about like a mile north of Bowman's and walk through. I probably could have dragged my bike through there.
Oh, you stopped your bike and...
Yeah, I walked on foot.
You're trying to get the Silver Key.
I was trying to get Silver Key, which is the beach between Bowman's and Blind Pass.
The easiest way to see what we're talking about is see the video that we recently released about the top 7 beaches on Sanibel and Captiva, and you'll see why we're saying what we're saying, because it actually we fly over with a drone and you can see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it is possible in the very low tide to go without getting off your boat or your bike, but I guess I wouldn't recommend it because you're going to be on some really wet sand or dragging your bike through. And
it has to be your personal bike. You are not allowed to have rental bikes.
Another thing we talked about last episode, part 2. But yeah, it's a very cool view though if you do it. Yeah. So I do recommend it, but it'll be hard. Don't go with the young kids. Be out for the challenge, exactly.
Bring lots of water.
But it is definitely worth it. Yep. Bring lots of water. Number 3 is are canopies allowed on the beach?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We see them a lot.
You see them? They are. And just be warned, though, you can't leave them up overnight. I was out last night, and you'll get a sign from the Turtle Patrol, and they'll put a tape on it, and they will remove it. They'll give you one warning, but if it's there the next night, people have a tendency to leave stuff on the beach, go back into their condos, and then think it's okay to leave it there till the next day. It's not. They will take it, and you will lose it. So you can't leave stuff up overnight.
No.
Yeah, but it is a good, if you're going to one of the beaches that is
a good thing to bring.
Yeah, if you don't have any, if you're going to one of the beaches that's farther away from restaurants and stores and stuff, and you don't have any escape from the sun,
Bowman's would be a classic example.
Exactly. Bowman's Beach is definitely a good thing to bring.
Some sort of shade.
Because the sun will kick the crap out of you.
Exactly.
And you, Dad, on a shoot the other day, found an umbrella on the beach, didn't you? And
Yeah, we took it up off of the beach line. There was a beach, and it had been there. The only reason I moved it was because it had already been there 2 days. So it was sitting in the sea oats, and they'd put a tape around it and just telling them to remove it or it would be removed, and I just put it up on the grass line so that somebody could find it the next day.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
and get it out of the way of the turtles, because right now it's turtle nesting season, which starts the 1st of May and ends the last of October, I believe.
So that's why they don't want you leaving stuff on the beach.
Yeah. Going back to the Silver Key thing, that is one thing. When I saw Silver Key, I saw literally every 10 feet there was a turtle nest, which you don't see on the more inhabited beaches, the more popular beaches. Oh. But I have not mentioned that yet on anywhere we've talked about Silver Key, but there was literally just every 10 feet was turtle nests. It was crazy.
I wonder if turtles must be smart about where they
go, because I mean it is a very uninhabited beach. It was pretty impressive to see that they know where to go.
That's cool.
But
very cool.
Yeah. So next question. What are the best beaches to travel to by boat? And this is something I think we have a few answers for. Speaking of Silver Key, I think Silver Key would be an awesome place to go. There's literally, I was there the other day, and there's literally no one on the beach. It was just me. So that would be a great spot.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, obviously Picnic Island. Are we talking about Sanibel Captiva or just on the islands to go?
Where would you take your boat, Dad?
Where would I take my boat?
If you were leaving from Sanibel or even heading towards Sanibel?
If you want a beach that's quiet, then I'd go to Upper Cap.
North Captiva.
North Captiva. Yeah, or you could go to Picnic Island. It's a great spot where you've got a small beach and always popular with people to get together. Which is you have to get to by boat.
Right. There's a new sandbar that's just appeared. I think they're calling it East Captiva.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, there's one that's not even on the charts. And when we go up there on our boat, it's not actually on our chart. It came there from a hurricane, I believe, and it's on the eastern side of Upper Cap, and that place gets super popular.
Does it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's just a big long sandbar.
Yeah,
really
park
long.
Their boats out.
Really long sandbar, and a lot of partying. A lot of people coming up there from all the way up from Boca Grande. It's kind of a central spot. It's all Port Charlotte, Boca Grande, and everybody's coming south, and then everybody's going north from. It'll probably hold about 100 or so boats.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's a good spot to go.
Yeah, it's a great spot. Yeah.
And then obviously all the beaches are great to stop by.
Yeah, stopping at. I would say a lot of people stop at Bailey Beach Park. As you're coming across the causeway, if you look down to your right, we always see boats there on the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's sheltered from the wind. The one thing about boating to a beach is that you got to be careful when you're anchoring, especially around Sanibel and Captiva, because the water typically comes off of the beach and it gets deeper and deeper and deeper as you walk in. And then all of a sudden you'll come up to a shallow part. There'll be a big bank, and sometimes people will anchor inside that, and then as the tide comes out, they'll get stuck. So don't go too close.
Like a sandbar that goes.
There's
around.
A sandbar or it's like a submerged shallow area that surrounds the entire island. So don't get stuck inside that when the tide goes out, because your boat will be stuck. So. Right.
And Lighthouse Beach, super popular for boats to pull.
Super popular, but it's also you got to be careful if you got to stay off that point because the current rips around there.
Yeah. I mean, if I was on a boat, I would definitely not stop at Lighthouse because there's so many people parked there as it is. If you have the freedom of being on a boat, I would go somewhere where you can get away from the big crowds.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely go to Picnic Island with my friends all the time, which we've mentioned before in the podcast, but it's just to the east of the north of the causeway.
Right. Yeah, and then also we didn't mention Island Inn. If you wanted to get lunch and stuff like that, you could stop at Island Inn or
get a daiquiri. We said that in the last episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Pine Island.
Our go-to stop is the waterfront.
There's a waterfront restaurant.
It's called the Waterfront, and it's pretty good. It's hard to explain where it is. It's on the southern end of Pine Island, and it's on our way back to our house. So basically, it's a stop that we make. A lot of the restaurants that you stop on by boat take quite a while to get there from wherever you are, because there's a lot of slow zones. The waterfront is not like that. It's literally only about
100 yards off the main.
It's probably 500 yards in after you get off the main channel, so it's not too much idling. There's another restaurant past that one called the Gold something Nickel, Double Nickel, I think.
I think it's changed names now.
Changed names. Okay, there's one past it, and that one takes quite a while to slow zone up to. So
yeah, there's no beach on Pine Island though.
No,
but going in or out, getting food is a great stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then on the northern end at Bokiddy, you've got the Lazy Flamingo, which is always a good stop up there. Yeah,
I've never been to the Lazy up there.
Yeah, it's good.
But there is so many. If you have a boat, it's really a whole different way to see the islands.
All right.
You
can stop at Grandma Dot's at the marina.
Yeah.
Stop there.
Yeah, I was saying by beach, though, didn't you say by beach or just any stop?
Well, I think we just expanded into anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But yeah, where do you go on a boat? Yeah, there's totally.
We could literally write a book about it. There's so many places.
Yeah, and I think we've mentioned a lot of them in prior episodes. So just filter through all the 14 episodes prior to this until you find us talking about it. And then somebody asked this question, and I want to hear your opinions on it. I've never seen someone ask this. What are your thoughts on traveling solo to Sanibel?
I think it would be a great place to come. It's super safe. So you wouldn't feel I guess as a woman, I would feel some places you go, you might feel scared or intimidated about being out walking or
it's a super safe place. I would totally feel okay coming there on your own.
Yeah.
As far as meeting singles and things, I don't know how that would go.
Yeah, but if you were looking to mingle, maybe not. But
if you're just looking for a bit of solitude, then definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would totally be. Yeah. If, like we talked about, Silver Key, if you were going to do that, doing that alone would probably be the best way to do it. Is just get on a bike and go. You don't have to worry about dragging anyone along, and you can just sit there and have the beach. You could literally have the beach to yourself if you went alone, which I did the other day.
Right.
As I've said, for 3 episodes straight now. But
I think coming solo would be great.
And
bring a stack of books, my beach chair.
Yeah,
to heaven.
Spur off of that.
I might try that.
I was gonna say, to spur off of that, what would your ideal solo day on Sanibel look like, Mom?
Definitely that. Stack of books, a drink, my beach chair.
Where would you go?
Where
would you go? Where's stop number 1? Your solo trip.
I mean, I like people watching, so I mean, I would be maybe close to one of the resorts, but a little bit far out, a little bit down a bit. So
you got your own little plot of land.
Right. Yeah. But I could still see what's going on, and then have the convenience of going up and grabbing a drink or getting some food, maybe from the Sanibel Inn. So.
And what book are you bringing?
Anything about Sanibel Captiva. I'm totally
get into the spirit.
Exactly.
Dad, what's your ideal trip of a solo day? Your ideal solo trip to Sanibel?
Played the dunes in the morning, golf club, and then we'll go to the Sanibel golf course in the afternoon.
Oh, 2 rounds.
And then we'll have a happy hour at somewhere like Lazy Flamingo or Mudbugs.
Okay.
And then, maybe somewhere else after.
Maybe go to the executive course at South Seas.
That would definitely be number 1 if you could get on there. Yeah, for sure.
Do a 3-course day.
And actually, I could even switch out one of the rounds of golf, maybe for a morning up ding-darling shooting some birds or something. Not with a gun, but with a camera.
Yeah. Yeah. So that would actually, if you are going solo, seeing Ding Darling is a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Need no friends for that one.
You do not.
No, I think Dad, you and I have a similar solo day on Sanibel.
Yeah, what would a 20-something do, Max?
I don't know. I think the happy hour. I think I would hit that. I don't play very much golf, but if I had to do something alone, I think I would have a fine time playing golf. Maybe. No, that's it. I'm gonna go play golf and then go to the bar and call it a night. That's what I got going on here. And then Our last question.
West Wind Inn will be a good one after golf.
West Wind Inn?
Yeah.
And where's West Wind Inn again?
It's on West Golf Drive. Right, it's the last resort. But
good bar?
Yeah, it's great. Happy hour bar, yeah.
All right.
Not the last resort.
No, there's one more, Mitchell's Sandcastle, but it's pretty much the last resort.
Is Mitchell's or is it the Dolphin?
One of those two, but they're really small.
Blue Dolphin.
Without bars.
Right.
I'm falling asleep. God. Nerd. But, all right, I'll head to West Wind Inn after work today. Next question. Are there any places to see alligators on the island?
Absolutely.
Everywhere.
I don't think there's a place you could go that you could expect not to see an alligator, if that makes sense. Where?
I mean, yeah, obviously fresh water, but
on the islands.
Yeah. So, but
is there a place you could go? I don't think there's a place.
There's a couple of places where you can't expect to see them anywhere, because a lot of the times, especially if the sun's not out, they're cold blooded. So obviously they're not basking in the sun if it's cloudy. But
Ding Darling would be the obvious
choice. But if you want not so obvious choice, it's if you want the most luck of seeing a gator would be two places. I would say. As you pull into Bailey's General Store, look to the right as you face the entrance, and there's a lake behind some bushes there. There's regularly gators in that pond there, and it's not obvious where it is when you first pull in. A lot of people don't even know it's there. But if you look over to your right, there's a picnic table, but don't just walk right up to the edge, because I've done that and nearly stepped on a gator. So they are definitely in there. And the other place would be on Pond Apple Trail.
Pond Apple Trail, that's what Troy, who we had on a couple weeks ago, he said that is one of the best trails to see nature and stuff.
Yeah, which is right behind the Lazy Flamingo, and actually right next to Matsalunas, which is on Periwinkle. As you come on the island, just on your right-hand side,
you pull into the chamber, the actual trailhead starts from the Chamber
of Commerce, or in Matsalunas, there's people parking there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like I said, I think you could see a gator. And there's been sightings of gators just swimming in the next to the beaches.
I don't think you can actually park in Matsalunas to do the trail.
No, I don't know if it's a public thing, or I know people do, but I don't know if Matsalunas
not recommended
or not.
Not recommended.
No.
But no, you could see a gator anywhere. But if you are looking for one, I would say to make a day out of it, go to Ding Darling.
Yeah.
Right, go to Ding Darling, do the whole trek tour through.
One is play a round of golf.
Yeah, the gyms has constantly got gators on there. I don't know, but this is a fluid thing. It's not always. They're not always. You can see one today and might not be there tomorrow, but
you might see one crossing the road at any given moment.
I've seen many crossing the road down the long roads like Bailey and Lindgren, or Bailey Road and what's the other one? Dixie Beach. I've seen them many times down there crossing the road. Makes you do a double take.
Yeah, totally.
I even heard of the old Sanibel Shops has a pond in the center, and people see them in there too.
I don't know if they have recently, but have they? I know they've removed them before, but I don't know if they're still.
Well, the same thing. It's you can't keep them out.
There's literally gators everywhere, I think is the conclusion.
Yeah,
you might not see them, but they're everywhere. All right, that's our last question for this episode, but not my last question for you. We have some more trivia. Ding, 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 ding. This one, I came up with myself. No collusion from either mom or dad. Disclaimer. Just me, myself, and I.
Okay. These are going to be hard.
These are probably the hardest questions, maybe, that we've asked. I don't know. It depends on, because they're not actually... You'll see.
All right, just ask the
They're
question.
not necessarily Sanibel questions, but they pertain to Sanibel and Captiva.
Okay.
Because this is the Sanibel and Captiva, everything you need to know about Sanibel Captiva, episode 3.
Got it.
Okay.
All right, go.
The channel of water between Buck Key Preserve shares a name with the 32nd President of the United States, famous for being in office during the Great Depression.
Okay.
What is it called? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
I'll go first.
Dad will go first.
Go.
No, go.
Roosevelt.
How did you guys know that?
Because we're world travelers.
And he frequented here.
Really?
Yes.
Roosevelt or me?
Not you. Well, you do too. You've been here 20 years, but yes.
I had never heard of that.
Really?
I thought you guys would never get that. Because even the 30-second, I had to put in the 30-second president thing because I thought you had no chance of just knowing it. But you guys started writing before I even
underestimate us, Max.
Yeah,
I have
that's
no
why
idea.
that is called Roosevelt Channel, because he spent lots of time here in this area. And
Yeah, I played it safe by saying shares a name, but I could have said it was named after.
Yeah.
All right. This one definitely shares a name, definitely was not named after this person. The bayou to the east of South Seas shares a name with recently deceased Marvel actor Bozeman, famous for playing the Black Panther.
Oh, yeah, this is a definite millennial question.
Right. Say that again.
Marvel actor Bozeman. The bayou to the east of South Seas shares a name with recently deceased Marvel actor Bozeman, famous for playing the Black Panther.
And
I will admit, in the last episode, which I will admit we recorded 15 minutes ago, his name was mentioned. So, not in this manner, though.
Oh my goodness. So it's a bayou?
It's a bayou, but it's also something else on Captiva. What did I say about putting your phone on Do Not Disturb?
Sorry.
During trivia, too? The bayou to the east of South Seas shares a name with recently deceased Marvel actor Bozeman, famous for playing the Black Panther.
I know exactly what he looks like. And he passed away recently from cancer.
No idea.
I'm going to guess.
We'll write it down.
Okay.
I don't want to hear any out loud. Mom, you got it?
No.
You really don't have this?
Give me what letters does it start with?
I can't say that.
Why not?
Because then you're going to get it. I think this might be the first question I've ever asked that, but no, I got the Dairy Queen last episode. You guys both got that one wrong too.
Well, actually,
but you guys are totally stumped.
Yeah, and my answer is not. I don't think mine's right.
Okay, just give us what letter it starts with.
All right, no points awarded.
That's fine.
For this. Just saying.
Right.
Point for me.
Okay.
Well, it depends because I've got an answer written down.
Go.
Marco.
It's not Marco. No. Marco Bozeman does not exist in a famous sense, especially not in Marvel. C, it begins with.
Oh, I know.
Oh, she knows now.
Oh, well, that's not. It's no points. You said I had a question. No, this is no point.
All right.
There's no point for
Here we
extra.
go. Chadwick.
Oh,
Chadwick Bozeman. Chadwick Bozeman is the answer. We talked about it. Is called Chadwick Bayou.
It is.
It's the big bay on the east side of South Seas, and we mentioned Chadwick Square in the last episode, which is the square right outside of South Seas.
Right.
That has a big shopping center.
Yes.
Does anyone know who Chadwick is? Because I'm pretty sure it's not Chadwick Bozeman.
Yes, he was actually I think he invented forgery-proof checks of some sort. And that's how he made his money. And then he came down and purchased.
Forging checks?
No, forgery-proof checks. Something that he did with checks to make them forgery-proof. Made a bunch of money, came down and purchased the land that is South Seas Island Resort now.
All right, Mom, you get 1/10 of a point.
Thank you.
For that.
Oh, you said there was no points. No, come on.
No points.
No points.
I said no points. You get no points for that.
Okay, 1-1. Go on.
This is number 3?
Yes.
We've hit Sanibel. No, that was Captiva. We've hit Captiva. This is a question we haven't asked many upper Captiva questions in the trivia section of this podcast. So I went north.
Okay.
I went north. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, this is a little suspenseful. This is for all the marbles because you guys are currently tied.
Go.
You both have 1 and a 10th point. The drives on the northern point of Upper Captiva are named after birds. The northernmost being named after a fisherman at the top of the monarchy.
I got it.
You guys both got it?
I don't know.
I'm mortified.
I put a pelican.
No!
Kingfisher.
No!
What is it?
You said pelican?
Yeah.
It's a kingfisher.
I got kingfisher. Like that. Just like that. Kingfisher.
Dad wins 2 points to 1 and a 10th.
Yeah!
That's
How did you
Mom,
get that?
Because I'm a
fisherman.
genius.
A fisherman. Man at the top of the monarchy. A monarchy.
Monarchy.
It's a man. A
Let's
king
let
fisher.
the excuses start now.
I was thinking.
about.
You thought pelican? Where did you come up with that?
Because I was thinking
all I know is I
a
won.
bird that fishes all the time.
I won again.
Where did you take the monarchy part of the question? Did you just drop that out of
my brain? Yes, I was thinking a bird that fishes all the time, and you see pelican constantly
That was
around
my
fishermen.
best written question today, and you just ignored
Max
it.
almost seems sad that you actually lost. I think, are you in cahoots or what? Because this is now
That
a
was the
regular
best
thing.
question I've ever written on this podcast.
I've won 3 times.
Best question.
All right, ring the bell. Go on.
I don't need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh,
with,
and I won again.
With a whopping 2 points to 1 1/10 points, Nick Adams wins his first time on the
first time. It's like the 3rd or 4th time.
All right, whatever. Close to that. Kingfisher Drive wraps the north point of Upper Captiva. In case you wanted to
Did you know that, or you got it from Max's weird clue?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it was not a weird clue. It was a great clue. And you just ignored it. That's what I'm mortified
You
about.
just went on her own.
A bird that fishes
like she knows any of the names.
All right.
All right.
I think that's
good.
it.
Thank you,
I think
Max.
that's a good one.
While we're on that,
join us back next week, episode 4.
Episode 4?
Episode 4?
Oh, not next week, but get ready for everything you need to know about Sanibel and Captiva.
Part 4.
Part 4. Coming soon.
Okay, coming soon. Awesome. Well, thanks very much for joining us, guys. Please do check out our Facebook group. What is it, Max?
Sanibel and Captiva Islands, Florida.
That's it.
That's it. Okay, excellent. Check that out. Make sure we want you to join the community. It's a growing community, and we want you to come in there, take part, share your stories, thoughts, pictures, anything you can. Help others with advice. Come and join the community. It's growing, and we want you to be a part of it. I also don't want to forget to mention our sponsors, Bailey's General Store, Spoondrift Island Bowls, 3 Crafty Ladies, and GatorBites Tail and Ale. Without these people, this wouldn't be possible. So I want to thank those guys. Please show them support, and thanks very much for joining us. My name's Nick.
I'm Laurie.
I'm Max.
Have a great one, guys. Thanks very much.